annual report plans, those had to be into the state. Those reports are dependent upon our, is it the allowed growth dollars?
Growth and what's the other one?
Allowable growth dollars?
Just the growth.
Your community services.
Oh, yeah, or community.
Okay. So we sent those into the state. Did you want to talk about yours, or?
Talked about it twice today.
Oh, okay.
I reviewed mine with both the SAC and Ida County boards this morning. I guess in a nutshell, the annual report talks about the goals that's in our strategic action plan. The strategic action plan is a 3-year plan. This is the last report on the old strategic action plan. A new one was developed in the spring of '09, and after this report, these reports will be off of that plan. It gets kind of confusing. We report on the goals. We report on what we're working on for quality assurance, stakeholder meetings, input from those meetings, what we do with that information. What else is in there?
It breaks down the services and the dollars spent in the different areas, the chronic mental illness, the mental illness, mental retardation, or the the intellectual disabilities waiver.
The bigger reports at the end, the statistical reports, give all that information. It talks about if there's been any growth with like a CMI, mental illness, mental retardation, and if there, it breaks it down by quarters, what the net change might have been over the course of the fiscal year. It also breaks down the services, expenditures on the individual services, and then it's also broken down disability type in that report. A lot of statistical information. It talks about, we report on if there's been any appeals in the last fiscal year, which we have not had any. Waiting list information. Currently neither SAC or IDA have a waiting list for services. Let's see. Our provider network is reported in it. Any relationship building efforts with local agencies, that sort of thing. And like I said, a big focus is on the progress towards whatever goals we have for the county, individual counties. So, which we had mainly 2 main goals, and one was the management plan, and then the other was
Public quality assurance.
Yep, it was quality assurance.
And probably you guys could know too that the state publishes these reports on a website, so you could, they're accessible that way. The actual strategic plan, where the reports that we're reporting off are accessible through the state website.
I do have 4 extra copies that I didn't end up needing when I went to IDA this morning. They printed off their copies, so if anybody wants one of them, I do have 4 already printed out. But so, does anybody have any questions about that plan or want a copy? Come on, Dawn. A little light reading before you go to bed tonight, Dawn?